Actually start standing today. Alrighty, so first thing we're going to do, find our breath just like we normally do. We want to be mindful here how we stand. So first things first, shoulders rolled down and back, palms are going to face away. Separating your shoulders from your ears. A lot of the time we're super hunched up like this. So relaxing those shoulders down and back, especially all the sitting and typing we do. Rooted down through your feet, so big toe, pinky toe. Heel grounded down, we're standing nice and tall. Find kind of just a natural cadence of your breath right here. And just kind of settle in. Maybe note where you happen to be holding any tension this morning. Maybe it's up in your shoulders, you can relax them a little bit. Maybe it's your brow, it's furrowed. Maybe your tongue's in the roof of your mouth. And today we're going to do a 1-to-2 ratio with our breath. So we'll do a bunch of 3-second inhales, 6-second exhales, no pause in the middle. And we're going to breathe primarily through our nose. Especially on the exhale, a 6-second exhale is a long time. You want the air to just kind of fall out of your nose instead of kind of forcing it out. So nice slow exhale. Inhale through the nose, 3 seconds. Exhale, 6. Inhale, 3 seconds. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale. Just letting that exhale just fall out. Inhale, 3 seconds. Exhale. One more time, let's inhale. Exhale, 6. Alright, go ahead and reset. First thing we're going to do, interlace your palms, interlace your fingers I should say, palms towards the ceiling. And then we're just going to go to one side and then the other, nice and casually, on your own cadence right here. Really root down through your feet, so big toe, pinky toe, heel rooted down, and we're just kind of oscillating back and forth right here. A little side body stretch to begin. Go ahead and pause, back at the center. Make a little gun with your hands. Go up and overhead. We're going to go to the right side, so half moon pose to the right. Really reach through your fingertips here, really root down, crunching through this right side body. Reset back at the top. Then we'll go to our left side. So really root down, open up through our right chest, facing the ceiling. Go ahead and reset. Then hands will fall to your side. Let's go ahead and grab your left foot. Feel the booty. Knees are together right here. A little standing quad stretch to begin. You've heard me say this, especially if you want to feel the stretch a little bit more on your hip flexor. Squeeze your butt forward just a little bit. Turn this down just slightly. It's a little distracting. Go ahead and slowly release that foot to the ground. Don't slingshot it down. And then switch. Grab your right foot. Heel the booty. Try to have your knees stay close to one another. Squeeze your booty forward if you don't feel the stretch. And we're breathing. As we're making our way through, we want to be mindful of our breath. It's most important. Even inhale, even exhalation, your breath cadence should match the intensity of the effort. Slowly release that right foot back to the ground. We're going to do a little active hamstring stretch here. So left heel forward, toes up. Soft bend in this left knee, go back with your butt, and then fold over. And you should feel a nice little stretch in this left hamstring. Most of you guys are regulars, you're familiar with this stretch. And we're just going to sink into it. Every exhale, we're trying to use every exhale to get that little millimeter, that little inch more into the stretch, gently allowing, not forcing. Go ahead and come up, and then we'll switch sides. So right foot forward, toes up, soft bend, booty back, and then we'll fold over.
just be mindful. Every exhale, trying to just sink down a little bit closer towards our toes. But we're letting gravity do the work as we get rolling here.
Go ahead and reset, come back up. I'm gonna do an eagle pose. So arms out to a T. You're gonna reach like you're gonna give yourself a big giant hug. Right arm is gonna go underneath. And we're in our eagle arm. So right here, we wanna try to match our hands towards one another, like go for the hand bind. I cannot because I don't have very good mobility right here, but you want your palms kind of touching if you have the mobility. Once you found that, and if you want to, you can kind of just grab right here for like an easier time with this pose. Really focus on reaching your elbows far from your face, and that way you feel that stretch kind of in your shoulder blades. We're gonna take the full eagle, so you're gonna cross your right foot. Either you can have your toes planted on the ground, or you can wrap around a little bit, and then we'll sink down. So from here, we really want to reach our elbows far from our face and forward and up. And we're just adding a little bit of balance to it. Breathe. Slowly undo your step, so we'll plant our right toes back to the ground. Undo your eagle arm, shake it on out. Arms out to a T. Reach and give yourself a big hug. The left arm is going underneath, and then try to bind with your palms. We're gonna take our left foot, or first wrap it around. Whoops. And toes can either be in contact with the ground if you need that balance, or for the extra challenge, your foot could just be wrapped around. Sink down to that right knee a little bit and really reach elbows as far from your face as you can manage. We want to think up and forward and breathe. Really good for the middle of our back, thoracic spine here. Go ahead and slowly undo your steps. Undo the bind of your arms. Nice. Walk towards the back of your mat. Take a step forward with your right foot. Drop your left knee to the ground. Untuck your back toes. And then widen out. So we're going to take our right foot and heel toe it out to the right side. Plant both hands down to the left side of that front foot. So a little wide lizard lunge here. I'm going to be here for a moment. If you have the mobility and you like to, you can come down to your forearms. I'm going to be right here because I cannot make that. But we're just trying to breathe into our hips. When I'm doing this stretch, I like to invite just like a little bit of movement, a little forward and backwards with my torso. Maybe you want to do the same, maybe you just want to stay static. It's up to you. No wrong way. If you came down to your forearms, come back up to your palms. Keep your left hand planted, rotate your right fingertips towards the ceiling, pause. Exhale, plant your right hand to the ground. Then the left arm opens up towards the ceiling, a little awkward rotation, breathe. Go ahead and reset, plant that that left hand down. And we're gonna go ahead and hit a pigeon on this side. So you're gonna go ahead and take that left foot, shoot it across your body. Right knee should be by your right palm. Bend this right knee as much as you need. If it's all the way bent, that's okay. And then to really feel this, get your left foot back, and you'll feel this in your right hip. You want to be up nice and tall initially. If you want to come down to your forearms, take a sleeping pigeon, feel free, whatever variation suits your fancy. Whatever pigeon calls to you. In Belmont Shore, we have a wide variety of bird life. We got pigeons out here, we got these really strange green parrots, and then seagulls, all intermingling. Every exhale, just trying to get a little bit deeper into your hips, just trying to kind of relax that grip on your hips. A little extended page today. Morning mobility, extended page edition. Come back up to your palms if you came down to your forearms. Tuck your left toes to the ground. You're going to send that right foot up for a quick little three-legged dog. And then go ahead and switch. So we're going to go forward with our left foot, right knee to the ground. Untuck your back toes. And then widen out. Heel toe that left foot out to the left. And let's take our a lizard lunge, but on the other side. So working back. A little bit tighter right here because we're just getting into it. Just breathing. If you have the mobility and want to come to your forearms, feel free. Slowing our breath, letting our nervous system know it's okay. Find that even cadence of your breath. Alrighty guys, if you came to your forearms, come back up to your palms. The right hand's going to be planted, left fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, switch, left hand planted, right arm ups. Awkward rotation. Go ahead and plant. Get a pigeon on this side, so you're going to shoot that right foot over to the right. Left knee by your left palm, bend that knee as much as you need to. And then scoot your right foot back to feel it in your left hip a little bit more. Be up tall, and then once again, if you want to come down to your sleeping pigeon, or be up tall in your alert pigeon, it's all good as well. One side might be a little bit tighter. That is the case for myself on this left side. Usually people have one side that's a little bit tighter. And that's all good, just information. Extended pitch. Pigeon's probably, in my opinion, you can do one stretch forever, do a pigeon. Relaxing the grip on your hips. If you came down to your forearms, let's come back up to your palms. Tuck your right toe, left foot up, and then just want you to come down to all fours, so hands and knees. Booty forward, then slowly drop down to the ground. Press up to a cobra. If this is too much for your low back, come to your forearms for a sphinx. Hands are planted, sink your hips backwards. Let's hit a little child's pose. So just depending on what you're looking for, maybe you go knees together, maybe knees apart, that'll be a little bit easier. If you want your feet together for sure, but just kind of adjust where your knees are. Maybe together, maybe apart, that'll be personal choice. Crawl your fingers as tall as you possibly can, really reach them forward. And still, you want to actively sink your hips backwards at the same time. Feel a nice little pull, nice little contrast here. Every exhale, trying to sink your hips down a little bit. Go ahead and come back up to all fours. So hands and knees, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And let's go ahead and juice it up. So let's go ahead and hit those hip rotations. So whatever's calling to you this morning, maybe big circles, maybe little. Got you, Calissa, if you're watching. The juice it up crew. And as I normally say, you guys, regulars know this, your hips are a very mobile joint, a ball and socket. So it's the same joint as your shoulder. Very mobile, but oftentimes we get locked into kind of the same patterns of movement. So that's why the juice setup is good. Go ahead and switch up the direction of your rotation if you have it. Five, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and reset. Let's go ahead and hit our cat-cow now. So we're going to be in all fours. You guys, the regs know. On a cow, we're going to dip our chest down, bend at the elbows, look up. On a cat, all 10 fingers are pressed, rounding, doming our spine, tucking our chin to our chest, and we exhale. Just go ahead and hit our cow. Inhale, look up, bend at the elbows, dip your chest down. Exhale, round and dome your spine, press all 10 fingers down, feel that stretch through the shoulder blades, chin is tucked. Inhale, look up, cow.
Exhale, round and dome your spine, press up. And we want to try to move as fluid as we can right here. Inhale, cap. Almost like we're moving through honey. Exhale, hit your cap. Literally. Let's do one more round. Inhale, look up, bend the elbows, cow. Exhale, round and dome your spine. Really press all those fingers down. And then go ahead and reset. Nice. Let's go. Palms are planted. Go ahead and sink your hip. Actually, go ahead and shoot your knees back. Let's come down to your chest and we'll hit our cobra. So press up, look upwards if that feels okay on your neck. Hands are in the same exact spot. Sink your hips backwards, child's pose. Go ahead and come back up to all fours, and then we're actually gonna make our way to our back. So this is where you're gonna grab that towel that I had you get earlier, your towel or your yoga strap. So for me, I like to kind of, like they're about to like whip someone in the locker room. So you wanna like bunch your towel up. And we're gonna put it around the arch of our right foot. So we're gonna be, legs are long, left foot's gonna stay active, so toes up. And we're just gonna try to get as far into this stretch as comfortable. In reality, if we can get to about a 90-degree position with our hip angle, that would be phenomenal. But it just kind of depends where you're at this morning. Once again, toes up towards the ceiling on that left side. Don't let them fall out. And we're gonna use our breath here a little bit for a little bit of contrast. So we're gonna inhale, we're gonna back off on this stretch a little bit. And then when we exhale, we're gonna pull ourselves a little bit deeper into it. Alrighty. So inhale, back off the stretch. Exhale, we'll pull ourselves a little bit deeper. Inhale, back off a little bit, just a little. Exhale, a little bit deeper into the stretch. And really use your upper body strength. Inhale, we back off, just slightly. Exhale a little bit deeper into the stretch and then hold. Find your breath. We're gonna send this leg over to the left side, but just barely. I want you to keep both glutes rooted down to the ground. And we're just gonna shift slowly over to the left side with this right leg. And you feel a little bit more of a, for me, a stretch on the outer thigh-ish area. Once again, keep both sit bones rooted down to the ground. So not a ton of movement. And the same type of thing here. Every exhale, we're just trying to get a little bit more into the stretch. Go ahead and reset back to that neutral position. Then we're going to go over to the right side. So on this, oftentimes people can get right down to the ground. If that's where you're at today, let's go for it. If you need to hover a little bit, feel free. Well, once again, want to use our strength here. Definitely more of a stretch for the inside of your thigh. That's kind of what we're looking for. Notice what happened to your breath. Trying to find that even cadence. Go ahead and reset. We're going to do our left side here. So go along with your right leg. Maybe shake it on out a little bit. And then we're going to go. Towel's going to be around our instep of our left foot. And then go ahead and do the same thing. Try to pull slightly uncomfortable positioning is what we're looking for to start. Around 90 degrees, maybe give or take a little bit. Active through our right foot, so right toes are facing the ceiling. And we're going to do that same inhale, back off, exhale a little bit deeper into the stretch type thing. So inhale, back off slightly. Exhale, use your upper body strength a little bit deeper into the stretch, hold. Inhale, back off. Exhale, pull. Inhale, back off. Exhale, pull. find your breath here. Right toes up toward the ceiling, or we don't want to fall out. Both sit bones rooted down, slowly shift over, send your left foot over to your right side, so we're doing that kind of cross body stretch here. Just take it as far as you can, but keeping both sit bones rooted down to the ground, so your left booty cheek should be planted. Breathe. Go ahead and send that left foot over to the left side. If you can drop down to the ground, great. Not quite there, no worries. Really opening up the inside of our left thigh right here. Keep breathing. Go ahead and reset, both legs out long. Nice. Lose the towel, we're not going to use it again. Go ahead and scoot both feet in, both feet flat on the ground. Left foot's going to stay planted. Put your right ankle on your left knee. Interlace your palms around your left thigh if you've got that mobility. And we'll hit a little leg figure 4 right here. So try to pull your left knee in towards your face. And I want to try to keep the entirety of our spine on the ground right here. Opening up through our right hip, so not letting that knee come in, really trying to open up through our right side here. Go ahead and slowly release the grip. Left foot comes to the ground, arms out to a T, and both legs or both knees are going to fall over to the left side. So a little rotation here. If it feels okay on your neck, you can look over your right shoulder. Little spinal rotation as we near the finish line for this morning mobility. Go ahead and reset. Plant your right foot on the ground, left ankle over your right knee. Interlace your palms around your right thigh. And then once again, we're trying to have your spine planted on the ground. Open up through your left hip area, so you're trying to press that left knee forward. Breathe. Slowly release that right foot to the ground. Both arms out to a T. Knees fall to the right side. Look over your left shoulder if that feels okay. If you want a little bit more twist, you can use this right hand on your knees to kind of give you a little bit more. Go ahead and reset, and then we'll come up to a comfortable seated position. Alrighty guys, that's going to be the morning mobility for May 13th, 2020. Thank you guys so much for joining us, as per usual. Pinto's chillin'. Got a quote for you guys, of course, and always a namaste. So the divine in me honors and sees the divine in all of you. Really do appreciate you guys showing up. It's pretty cool that most of you make this time in your day every time I do this. So I really do appreciate that. I got a quote for you guys before we get you up on out of here. It's kind of hard to read, but be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Lao Tzu. I'm reading the Tao Te Ching right now, so there's going to be some Lao Tzu quotes. Alrighty guys, I'll see you up on in here next time, Friday Flow, and have a good one.